It begins in the middle of the night with the blizzard raging, and Karen Reed says she wakes up to find her boyfriend, John O'Keefe, not at home.
I knew something was wrong.
One of her first calls is to Jennifer McCabe, part of that group. When the bar closed, Jennifer and others had gone to have drinks at a nearby house on Fairview Road.
I said, Jen, John didn't come home.
Now Karen Reed appears to be in a full panic.
Could you hear what she was screaming?
She was just screaming, Jen, Jen, Jen.
Fairly loudly, is that correct?
Extremely. I was like, what? What are you talking about? And then she, told me that they had gotten into a fight and she left him there and now where is he? And she was just kept screaming my name over and over. And so then I remembered that Chris Albert had still been at the bar. So I thought, well, maybe John walked home with Chris because Chris lives close to the waterfall.
And so at some point that conversation ended and you recall how that ended?
I told her that I was going to call Julie and see if John had ended up with Chris.
At some point, did you observe Mr. O'Keefe come out as well?
Yes, he did.
And did you have a conversation with him in the parking lot while you were out there?
I believe briefly, Karen, him, and I all spoke, yes.
Do you recall briefly what you spoke about?
Them coming back to Fairview.
What, if any, communication did you receive at that point?
I received a text from John saying where to.
And with respect to that, did you respond in kind via text, or how did you respond, if at all, to Mr. O'Keefe?
I was driving, so I called him.
You mentioned the second call, Mr. O'Keefe then calls you.
Yes.
When you were speaking to Mr. O'Keefe, did he express an intent that he was going to the house at Fairview?
Yes, he was driving there and he was trying to find it. I was like, what? What are you talking about? And then she, told me that they had gotten into a fight and she left him there and now where is he? And so then I remembered that Chris Albert had still been at the bar. So I thought, well, maybe John walked home with Chris because Chris lives close to the waterfall.
At some point, that conversation ended and you recall how that ended?
I told her that I was going to call Julie and see if John had ended up with Chris.
And so you hang up with her, and then what did you do then?
I called Julie Albert.
Did Julie pick up the phone?
She did not.
at some point did you look at your phone?
Yes.
And when you looked at the screen to your phone, what, if anything, did you see?
I had a missed call from my friend Jen McCabe.
And was there any sort of notation in regard to the missed call as to what time that missed call had come in?
It was 5:55 maybe.
Run fast for your mother, run fast for your father, run for your children, for your sisters and brothers. Leave all your love and your lonely behind. You can't carry it with you if you want to survive. The dark days are over, the dark days are done. Can you hear the voices? 'Cause we are late
At any point in time on that morning over the phone, did you speak with Ms. McCabe?
No, I did not.
And did you call her? So you didn't call her back or anything like that?
I did not.
Don't touch the sleeping pills, they mess with my head. Dredging of great white sharks, swimming in the bed. And here comes a killer whale to sing me to sleep, thrashing the covers off, has me by its teeth. And all my love remind me, what was it that I said?
It's impossible to have a fair trial when there's police reports and evidence that contradict witnesses.